You've seen her lead the Wildcats to many victories right here at Cuss Wilson over her 4 years of starting varsity. We've seen her overcome some very large personal obstacles in her own life, and now we're going to get to meet her and hear all about her story. Jerzy Bittle is being interviewed behind me. Let's go check it out.
Now live from Swinford Media Group. The Marion Star, where Marion is the star.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Marion Star Live. I'm Rachel Stroud. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, lately we've been spending quite a bit of time right here at Cuss Wilson Gymnasium. We've been bringing you boys and girls basketball from this very gym, and for good reason. Just last week, Jerzy Bittle made history as she became the new all-time leading scorer for Marion High School girls basketball. We're filming a very long feature on her, but we just wanted to bring you a couple of clips to hear from Jerzy and others about her success and who she is as a person.
Hi, I'm Jerzy Bittle, all-time leading scorer in Lady Wildcat history.
Early on, she was a baller, but I tried to make her a cheerleader. No, she wanted that ball.
I was in the driveway just playing with my brothers and just what we did.
They'd be knocking each other down, trying to shoot.
Probably junior year when I hit 1,000, I think that the end of the season I was like at 1,200 and I was like in track to reach the record, and I did. So
after she got those 1,000 points, I got excited. Yep, I was like, let's go. We're gonna get it.
Well, ever since I was young, we always played 1v1 with my brother Trace, and so I just dedicated the season to him, so everything I do is for him. Not really. I mean, the record was never really like my first goal. I mean, I just want to win, but without basketball, I was just a complete mess. I'd just be in bed. I just can't imagine where I would be today if basketball was in my life, because it's just like a happy place. It gets my mind off things, and I take all my aggression out there on the court, so it helps.
Honestly, that's what kept her going. Basketball kept her going. And she needed that. She needed that. So with all the tragedy and changes and everything going on, basketball was what got her through.
Definitely the Lord has been my comforter, you know, going to church and just putting everything, all the struggles in His hands. But my parents have been great with me, and we just grieve together, and you know, we have each other left. So
everybody's been wonderful. Coaching staff's been wonderful, lifting her up, and they've gone above and beyond just being a coach. Like Coach Melissa even took her to church because she had a hard time going back to our church because we had the funeral there, and she called her up and said, "Why don't you come to my church?" Just above and beyond.
I mean, she loved her teammates before, but just the way that she loved on her teammates afterwards, and then the way that her teammates loved on her, I think it just affected not only her, but just us as a whole, just to make sure that we take care of her. And that's the only thing that matters, is we take care of her and we will get through everything together.
Called In the Face Outfitters, and he named that, didn't he? He even had shirts designed, and he gave them out to all his friends. And so we have spun off of that, and we've got a logo. It's so cute. It's a duck. It's got his initials on it and the T's across. But the duck is a deer antler and fishing hook, and it makes into a duck. Yep, and his buddy Carson Stotler came up with this and got a tattoo, and I said, that perfectly describes Trace Bittle right there. He loved hunting and fishing, so we decided to do a fishing tournament, bass tournament down at Pyramid Acres. We've got a few things going on April 14th, and then April 15th will be the big tournament at Pyramid Acres, and we're gonna have food and music, and the weigh-ins like at 3 o'clock. and we're just gonna have a good time.
Thanks, Jerzy. Once we wrap up all the editing on Jerzy's feature, we'll be sure to show it right here on our Marion Star Live Facebook page, so be sure that you stay tuned for that. When we come back from this short break, we're going to catch up with the new head football coach for Marion, Jason Dunning, and hear from him about what he expects for this season and all things football ahead. Stay right here with us. Ahuja Bariatric and Beyond, a multi-specialty surgical center that offers a comprehensive suite of procedures using the latest laparoscopic and robot-assisted techniques.
Hi, my name is Dr. Naresh Ahuja. I have been in Southern Illinois for the last 13 years and served thousands before you. For a weight loss journey, join the most trusted and experienced team in Southern Illinois to rediscover beautiful you.
Now accepting patients in Heron and Mount Vernon. Call 618-315-6466 or visit online at abariatric.com.
Swinford Media and the Marion Star are proud to have the Watermark Auto Group as a sponsor of all our digital programming.
Major support for this and other Swinford Media productions is provided by the owners of Black Diamond Harley-Davidson and their family of businesses.
On February 6th, 2 Marion High Schoolers were surprised with the check of a lifetime. SIU Chancellor Austin Lane and other admissions personnel were led by Brown Dog down the halls of MHS to award full-ride scholarships to seniors Bryson Burgess and Matthew Sherberg.
I get to go to the school of my dreams, and I get to go experience the legacy that my family has made being at SIU for the past couple of years, and just continuing that generation and being able to get a better education and go fulfill my dreams. So everything. Go into a major of exercise science and become a physical therapist.
Is Matthew in here? Matthew, boy, do we have a prize for you, brother. Congratulations, you coming to SIU, man.
It means a ton because I have another sibling going to college this year. I have another one that's already in college. So price was already a lot of a concern for us, and having this fully covered means that I don't have to worry about trying to go into debt and having my parents pay for it. So it just opens up a whole bunch of possibilities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I'm planning on studying biomedical engineering. I want to go into biomaterials, which is it's the creation of materials that will work with the body, like hand in hand, for other medical treatments. And that's really what I'm interested in pursuing.
Congratulations to these 2 Wildcats, and we're excited to see what you do now that you're dogs. At the end of this last football season, Coach Martin officially turned in his resignation and retired as being the head football coach of Marion. A new head football coach was named here at the start of 2023. Jason Dunning has been a longtime assistant coach and is ready to take control at the helm. Let's hear more from Jason and his administration as we move forward with this decision.
I kind of really started to take notice when Coach Martin first brought up that he was really contemplating retirement. And that was 3 years ago. And so then I kind of really started to take notice. We had more conversations in hopes that this would be a transition that would happen. I was hoping to get it, but I also know that Coach Skeet was hoping to get it. And Coach Skeet and I had long conversations, and we both wanted the job, but we both would be still happy for the other if they got the job, and that the loyalty that we have for the program, the loyalty we have for each other doesn't change. So I feel very, very fortunate and blessed the fact that, I've got Skeet there, and Justin Vanoy is going to stay on, and everybody except for Coach Martin is going to remain a part. And to be honest, as close as we are to him, that tree, that coaching hierarchy, however you want to describe it, he's still going to be there. He's still a phone call away. He's not going to be there on the sideline, but he's going to be there a phone call away. And as much input and as much information I can get from him, I'm still going to try to keep his influence on things.
JD ended up being the one we felt was the best choice for the job, the right guy for the job, and we're definitely excited because we know what Coach Dunning brings to the table, and it's a chance for our guys that have been here for a long time with Coach Martin, over 2 decades, to keep that train moving, you know. And I think Coach Martin would probably tell you the same thing, that he's excited that one of his guys is going to get the opportunity to try to continue the tradition that they've established here over the last 2 decades. And we really feel that Coach Dunning gives us that best chance to do so.
Carterville guy.
Okay, yes, yes.
Played for Coach Martin.
I did. He came to Carterville my junior year. And it's kind of funny that they had a big meeting, and they told us that they were going to be hiring a new baseball coach and football coach. And in came Coach Martin and his brother. And of course, us as all athletes, we just kind of are like, okay, looking at him. And sometimes coaches kind of have their own kind of body. You kind of stereotype a little bit. And we see Kerry and we see his brother Kurt there, and we thought, okay, well, looking at the two, Kurt must be the football coach and Kerry must be the baseball coach. And then that was very abruptly, kind of fixed and corrected. And it was said, okay, here is your new football coach and here is one of his assistants. And then ironically, where we lived, we saw all of a sudden a new family was moving in just around the corner. And we had a big field behind the house, and we could literally see his house from our house. And so we just, we're very, very blessed to have him there. So he's been a part of my life as a long, long time. So I got to play for him for 2 years. And then I went to McKendree and played football and baseball there. And then came back after blowing out my shoulder. And Coach Martin asked me one day, what do you think about the coaching? I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. And the rest is, as they say, the rest is history. I was really, really young and really naive and thought I knew a whole lot about football when he asked me to start coaching, and I found out very quickly I didn't know even a minute about it, what I thought I knew. So I started out working with the secondary at Carterville. When I came here, I was still working with the secondary. And Jeff Seema and I worked hand in hand. He was the defensive coordinator, but we worked very, very well together. Then when Jeff Seema took the job as D coordinator at McCracken, I got promoted up to defensive coordinator here. So he has allowed us to do more and do more and do more after we've kind of earned his trust that we can do that, and we've put in the time. And there'd be lots of days that, up here, the offense kind of meets down here. Coach Wimbo and I would meet down there. Skeet would kind of congregate between the two. But before he left on Sunday, he'd walk down and ask, hey, what's the game plan? What are their favorite run plays? What are their favorite pass plays? I'd tell him. And very rarely were there any ever questions on that, because he had, we had developed that and proven to him that we knew what we were doing, and the trust was there.
When you talk 17 straight years to the IHSA playoffs and all the conference championships in there and the quarterfinal appearances in there and a semifinal appearance in there, that same staff has done that. And Coach Dunning obviously has been a huge piece of that. And so we feel like what better way than to try to keep that going with one of those guys. And they're going to get first crack at it, and we feel like we won't skip a beat.
Be sure you tune back in with us in the fall to watch all of the action. We've got more from Marion High School coming your way right after this.
The Swinford Media Group proudly welcomes Southern Illinois Bank as a partnering sponsor of all our productions and publications. Visit Southern Illinois Bank in Heron, Johnson City, or one of its other branches on social media or at southernillinoisbank.com. Southern Illinois Bank, simply into banking.
Another team who has definitely made their mark on history this season is the Marion Junior High girls basketball team. Both 7th and 8th grade went undefeated, and 8th grade played for a state title. Check out this wonderful three-quarter court shot.
Midget.
Made Harley Midget. She's just a 7th grader. The crowd went wild. Everyone was so excited. Now this team came in to this game with a 22-0 record on this season, undefeated, had not suffered a loss yet. They battled hard against Mount Vernon, and Marion took home a 2nd place plaque. We're excited to see this girls team as they get older, and they'll be playing right here behind me at Cuss Wilson before we know it. Well, that'll about do it for this edition of the Marion Star Live. If you saw anything you liked, be sure you drop us a comment below. Let us know what it was. Share this broadcast with a friend, or of course, just hit that like button. We always love hearing from you. For all of us here at the Marion Star Live, I'm Rachel Stroud. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.